Hello, VIPs. I hope that you're having a wonderful day and you're experiencing this video with so much love. This is our transition video, so I wanted to make this video with a powerful story or two regarding the combination of how we're going to use these themes every month as building blocks, right? We're not just separately placing abundance here and then transitioning to energy and having them separate or compartmentalized. No, we're going to, as I said in the beginning, and as we build on, it's going to be a lot and wonderful. It's like a big mountain that could be like in Hawaii, where we all just want to hang out and have some coconut rum cocktails on together in our bikinis, looking up at the sun, playing in the water, and looking at the fish. Well, that's the moment that I want to happen at the end of this year for all of you, as we take our themes together and we keep building on them as a solid structure. And so as we transition now from abundance to energy, I'd like to tell you two stories. The first story is a story that I heard from a gentleman. He's a spiritual healer, and he told me that he was invited to this pueblo in like southern Mexico, or I think New Mexico, southern New Mexico, and they hadn't had rain for a really long time. And they were praying for rain, and this spiritual gentleman was invited by his friend, this guru, to come and help pray for rain in this portion that hadn't received rain. It was so dry. So he said, absolutely, I'm going to go and I'm going to visit you and we're going to pray for rain together. So he got in his car and he went out there and he met this man, and there was a medicine wheel in the earth, in the mud. Well, it wasn't mud because there was no rain. It was in the dirt, like cracked up dirt, real cracked up dirt, the dry dirt from the sun in that place on the world that doesn't feel wet because it doesn't get that much rain. So all of these rocks were placed in a medicine wheel. If you don't know what a medicine wheel is, it's something that is created in spirituality. We do it a lot at yoga and meditation sessions. And it includes all of the things like prosperity, love, abundance, all of the good feelings and thoughts. But this prosperity wheel had actually been there for generations and generations to come, with all of these rocks placed specifically next to each other in increments that had been placed by his ancestors. And no one has touched them. They've always just left them there in the dirt and prayed and created mudras with them. So he got out there, he saw the medicine wheel, he saw the cracked earth that needed rain, and his friend went into the mudra. And I don't know what mudra he did, but it was an abundance mudra to create something. He closed his eyes, he centered himself in the middle of this medicine wheel. He took a breath in and he let it out. And then he said, would you like to go get lunch? And then they did. And the gentleman was confused. And at lunch, he turned to his friend and he said, I'm really not sure why I came here. I thought we were going to pray for rain. And I just saw you go into your medicine wheel and you did a mudra. You closed your eyes, you took a breath, and you left the medicine wheel. And here we are having lunch. A little confused. And his friend said to him, and this is the important part that I want to bring in about the building blocks of abundance with energy. The gentleman said, you see, I prayed for rain, but in a different way. You see, if I prayed for the rain, that would mean that it was lacking rain, right? So the law of attraction tells us, right? I talk about in my new book, Quantum Theory of the Heart. Quantum theory says that if we think certain things in our lives, those thoughts will come back to us, right? That quantum theory is the energy of things and how they work. So that gentleman was correct. He said, if I pray for rain, that means that it's lacking. But what I did with the mudras, I went in to the medicine wheel, practiced my mudra, closed my eyes, took a breath, and my prayer was that I already felt the rain, that it was there. Instead of my feet standing on the dry, cracked earth and dirt. I imagine them soaked, muddy. Instead of praying for the rain, I felt the rain. I felt the feeling of what it would be like if I was already standing in wet mud. Thereafter, lunch, they came back, and it rained. Now again, these stories, these fables are so wonderful, which is why if you follow my work, if you read all of my books, if you're in my coaching practice with me, you understand the value of having that childlike spirit, that intellect matched with imagination, that belief system that is already taking place within us, the belief that things are already taking place. Because as adults, we suffer a little bit on purpose because we put that down because we think we have to be adult-like, we have to be mature. Well, imagination has everything to do with maturity, right? And spirituality and success are so together. You know, the world is just starting to think about it. I just got done with Tony Robbins. I'm actually still in the process of his Date with Destiny. And Tony Robbins, who talks to millions of people around the world about leadership, about billions of money and dollars and business mastery and being the CEO of your life. And you see the thing about that is that Tony's now talking a lot about spirituality, which is huge because that's the body of my work. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm in business and spirituality. I have a mission to enlighten the world about this. So spirituality and success are very interconnected here. And abundance and energy are all connected. So I ask you today to think about how your abundant thinking can shift from wishing for something. Because if you wish for something, it means that it's lacking. Shift that abundant feeling and that abundant wish thing with energy and give thanks for what has already occurred in your life, and it's the powerful connection of manifesting and gratitude. Your belief that it already is there, your belief that the abundance is already there, that your feet are muddy in this, whatever it is, wealth, friendship, health, business ideas, a new home, a new place to be. Working towards the outcome is wonderful, right? But if you start at the beginning with the belief that it's already there, you begin at the place where you feel complete. So that is a beautiful story about the building blocks of these two themes coming together as we transition from abundance into energy. And if you missed my meditation this week regarding abundance, I told the story of the tortoise and the hare. I think you all know that fable where the tortoise is really, the hare is really fast. And he thinks he's got it in the bag. He challenges the tortoise to a race, and he's like, yeah, let's have a race. And the tortoise says, okay, let's have a race. Well, the hare, at the end of the finish line, when he's like this far away, he's like dancing around, he's kissing his friends, yeah, having that egoic mind that he already had it in the bag. You see, he had the tools. He was fast. But while he was doing that with his ego, the tortoise came across the finish line. So you see, even though the hare had the tools to get there first, he didn't do what I just said about abundance and energy. He didn't believe that it was already there. He didn't do the work, right? He didn't finish. The tortoise finished. The tortoise had the mindset that when he was beginning, he was at the place where he was already complete. So think about that in your day. Think about that as you bring in this newfound energy theme of the month. Have the abundance still there with you, but also notice your energy. Notice how doing the work really makes a difference when you practice your awareness and your intuition and really believe in it, and then you're steady and stable, equal, balanced. That's when it happens.